It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Atlanta Falcons. And it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Twin Cities and U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, the home of the Vikings. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson, partner. A couple of teams that feel like they have all the pieces. Just came up short last year. They were so excited to get 2024 going and try to make another run to get into the postseason.
Yeah, both these teams absolutely fall into that category. And just last year, going into the season, Mike, not only did they have playoff expectations, but in a lot of ways, they had Super Bowl aspirations. They believe that if things fall their way, they catch a break, they continue to stay healthy, the roster they have put together is a playoff roster, if not a Super Bowl roster.
The punter, Bradley Pinion, will handle kickoff duties. And off we go from Minneapolis. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the number 3 overall pick back in the 2018 draft out of USC. It's Sam Darnold.
And this is the opportunity Sam Darnold's been working for. I mean, to resurrect his career after some struggles early on in New York. He's had a bit of a mixed bag, but there is no mistaking the physical talent, the arm strength, the ability to play quarterback at a high level. He has it all. There's a reason he was drafted where he was, Mike, and I think Minnesota has themselves a sleeper here at the quarterback position.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They run it once more with Jones. And this will wind up a Vikings first down. He's up to the 45-yard line.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Play fake to Jones, now Darnold. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. That's the safety, Jesse Bates.
Well, crap.
So
that's not a good start.
Suffers an early setback like that interception. Human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more
in trouble.
Yeah, that's what you get for intercepting.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Off the play fake, here's the left, and they're going to get him again.
Oh, 3rd and 30, ouch.
2 sacks on the first 2 plays.
You can hear some boo birds coming out with some angry fans here right behind us, Mike, and rightfully so. They went from 2nd and long, which is obviously not ideal, to now 3rd and nearly impossible. I mean, it's looked about as bad as you can imagine.
Now Penix on 3rd and long. And again, they're going to get him. That is 3 sacks on the opening drive. Incredible.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Vikings offense ready now for their second drive. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
When they called that sweep, Mike, obviously they're thinking, let's pick up the first down. They didn't quite get to the chains, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that game.
This is Jones. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
This is already a little better than the first time. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the first down.
They'll go back to Jones on 1st down. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety.
Again?
And the
Jeez.
Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 20-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They had a disappointing quick 3-and-out on that opening drive. So they'll try it again here in a scoreless game with 1st and 10. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped. And that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league, and it results in a negative play.
Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd and 10. Pitts is the man in motion. On 3rd down, Penix. The pressure gets there, and he
That's what you get, boy.
A sack that should be the final play of this first quarter. So, not much to speak
Quarter
of
down,
in
3 to
terms of
go.
scoring in that first quarter of play. What will the second quarter have in store? More from the Twin Cities in a moment. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. Here's Powell to return. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. They'll start with a short field, looking for the first points in this contest. And they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll put Addison in motion. They'll go play action with Darnold. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Jones. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to third down. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. A short one taken by Hawkinson. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll put Addison in motion. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And he tries to get to the edge, but cannot do it. Good job by the defense. No gain.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. That's hard! And he'll take it on. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Minnesota.
This is just back-breaking here. If you're the defense, you feel like you're in a really good spot. It's third and pass. You understand what the offense likely has to do to convert the first down. They just don't do a great job of covering the receivers. And at the same point, let's give a lot of credit. Nice job by the quarterback working through his progression, getting to the right choice, and it pays off for a touchdown.
On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. He's got it. And the Vikings will take a 7-0 lead. Riker it out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. From the gun, here is Penix. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
On second down, here's Penix. Taking off, and he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Taking off, he'll try to get there.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
On comes the punter now, as he is on to punt for Atlanta. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Vikings offense and Aaron Jones set to take over once more. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. On the handoff, Jones. And this will wind up a Vikings first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. On play action, here's Darnold. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the
under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. On the give, it's Jones. It is a pickup of 18. And by a yard, they get the 3rd down conversion. And he continues to have success running the ball here in the first half as he's closing in on 100 yards already. A couple of first downs has them out to the 45-yard line as it's 1st and 10. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
On 1st and 10, here's Darnold. He'll take a shot here, back to the end zone. That is
Hell yeah!
What a throw! Jalen Naylor, touchdown Vikings.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Penix. Now he'll run. Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If this quarterback's offensive line had as much fight as he does, I don't don't think they'd be in this situation to begin with. I mean, it's not even halftime here, Mike, and they've already given up 6 sacks. At this rate, I'm not sure they're confident their quarterback's going to make it out of this game in one piece.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our halftime report. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 17. The Falcons offense ready to take over possession of the football. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it. This has really just been the story of the entire game. They just seem out of sync, don't they? I mean, they desperately need to find a way to just get some points on the scoreboard, any way it takes. They don't complete on the deep pass there, but keep shooting for it because at some point something's going to break your way, and they desperately need it.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down. Here's Penix. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Stephon Gilmore. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you, and sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
First and 10. A run. It's Jones. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Darnold. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. T.J. Hawkinson. Touchdown, Minnesota. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown. And, Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second.
And before the try, remember, it is a touchdown. All scoring plays are reviewed, so replay will confirm this one before we do anything else.
He was in. He was in. Yep, he was in.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it. And it stays on the board. Reichert now to add the extra point. It's up and good. The Vikings mistake themselves to a 21-0 lead. Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. Falcons offense ready to see what they can do. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. That's Andrew Van Ginkel in on the tackle. They face second down and 7. Throwing is Penix. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
He'll try to run for it.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either their ball or as a runner, and they're able to force fourth down.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's first and 10. To throw is Darnold. He'll let this go deep for Jefferson. A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one.
Mike, what we're seeing play out across the NFL is that if offensively it requires you to go the length of the field in a long, methodical drive, your chances of coming away with points continue to go down the more you snap the ball. You have to be able to generate shot plays, pick up big, explosive chunks, because when you do, your ability to score points typically tends to follow.
Darnold now on first and 10. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down. Darnold now to throw. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. That's the safety, Jesse Bates.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the third or fourth read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
The Falcons offense about ready to take over once more. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's first and... They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 20.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run. You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
That's caught. Ray McLeod. They need to get to the 29 here, facing third down. Looking to throw, it's Penix. He'll try and get there on the ground. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down. On the give, it's Robinson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now Penix. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Here's Penix. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss. You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Off the play fake, it's Darnold. He'll tuck it and take off. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up 3rd down. Darnold to throw. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. That's the safety, Richie Grant, inside the 30. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Falcons. The pick 6 for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see, and it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum building.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. To return, it's Brandon Powell. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense and Sam Darnold heading back on the field. And this has been a dreadful offensive performance. Quarterback picked off 4 times so far. And this may be one just to erase from the memory. No need to watch the film of this one. It's a horror show. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now, Darnold. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's Darnold. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Up the middle, here's Jones. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run, and it's Jones. And he will take this down, close to a 1st down. Pickup of 9. They've got him a yard short of the sticks. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. The last run going to put him up over 100 yards for this one. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. Uh-oh. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage. The stop made at the 31, but a new set of downs. 1st down picked up.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
They'll put Addison in motion. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their 1st. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's going to keep it himself. And now we get a timeout by the defense. So the clock stops with 1:50 left in the game. They run straight ahead with Jones. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. On the draw, here's Jones. He's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8-yard line. On 4th down, on comes the rookie, Will Reichert, to try this Viking field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Reichert's kick is good. And the Vikings have run out to a 24-7 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
Reichert had the field goal a moment ago. He's back out now to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. This team's offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon.
Go
See if it
Falcons.
starts here. 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Penix. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack. This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
Score!
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
Justin Jefferson and this Vikings offense heading out for their next possession. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. Here's 1st and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota. Third and long. Throwing, Darnold. Taking this one downfield for Hopkinson. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as it'll come out to the 20.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Here we go. One final play. Gonna look deep, looking for more. And the final throw of the game winds up. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it is a win for our visitors, the Vikings. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.
Keep it up.